Welcome, folks. Thanks so kindly for joining Spoon TV. This morning, we live here at the Civil Law Court here at the Temple of Justice on the Capitol Bypass, where the Civil Law Court just ruled in the case, libel and slander case involving former LDEA boss Abraham Kromah and Hassan Fadiga and his brother who sit Fadiga here, awarding Abraham Kromah, the son of all, 100,000 United States dollars. So in a moment from now, we will be speaking with Abraham Kromah and his legal team here. We'll be speaking to them to know what they make of this ruling and how has it been. So thanks who kind of for joining us. Welcome, Miss Melvin Jackson.
You know the 1.5 million is plenty. Not bad.
Good morning and welcome to the media. Good morning and welcome to the media.
Yeah, thank you.
Now you just listened to the ruling in favor of your client, Mr. Abraham Kromah. So tell us exactly how do you feel about this ruling? Total reception of
everything we asked for, we didn't get. But a better 1.5 million plus 100,000, I think is sufficient.
Now the public listening, we want to know the answer of this entire case.
They ravished my land, vilified the good character of my client. It came to me, and we filed a complaint with the court. The court sent out a writ of summons and designated a village to go and serve the writ of summons. They came to the point of even attacking her, insulted her and said that the court will honor their fee. So what we did was we simply followed the case, we followed the procedure. Well, the judge said that we did not prove special damages even though he lost series of contracts, but they awarded 1.5 million United States dollars plus 100,000. That is sufficient.
And I did hear the judge talk about that amount serving as a deterrent.
Yeah, that 100,000, he called it the exemplary damages. He said it will serve as a deterrent. That people go on the radio, it just ravish malign people, character, vilify them in so many ways. But the 1.5 million is general damages. It's okay for the psychological injury that he has suffered, the trauma, harassment, humiliation, public jeering. People looking at him and say, oh, there's a man here. That is great. So we send out a strong message. This man is a very good man. He's a friend for 44 years, classmate, many years ago. So we have to always defend them.
Now you being the lawyer, we listen to you. Can we hear from your client?
I hear from my client. I might call your own.
Mr. Kromah, welcome to Spoon TV and LMTV.
So tell us, how do you feel about today's ruling?
Well, I'm also again elated, happy. I'm a person of law. I've always opted for the rule of law, and for people that go and malign people and go with impunity, even wanted to attack a court officer. I thought he has no place in our jurisprudence. I thought this case will serve as a precedent to so many other folks that are out there just going about saying things about people that they cannot prove.
Now that you have tested the law and you won the case today, whether you have worked with them before you. So after this case, do you think you should extend olive branch to them despite the ruling?
I don't know about olive branch, but you guys are now being charged in front, being a judge for acting like this. I don't think I can actually vouch for them in any way to perform.
Yeah, Mr. Kromah, welcome to Spoon TV. So the federals, the public will say probably because they were both working at the same entity and got dismissed, and at the same suspended and dismissed at the same time. This is the reason for which he pursued this lawsuit against them. How can we reconcile this entire process that you went through?
To be honest with you, the LDEA had not much to do with this process. What we went through here, most of these situations, most of the maligning and rebellious and slanders comments were made when I was no longer director of police. Director of the DEA. They used my public figure persona as the backdrop, which the judge has the right to do. But I basically, what about dismissal, what about reprimand we got from His Excellency has nothing to do with it, because I've always subjected myself to the whims and caprices of the power that be. So we will hold no grudge for what transpired, but the state doesn't give anybody the right to malign my character. I work hard for it, man. I've spent almost 35 years of my life in public life. Served as a police officer, not just a detective, field agent, went to as far as Deputy Director of Police for Operation and Deputy Inspector General of Police. And so public life has been where I found myself. Served as Deputy Commissioner of Maritime as well. And also, at one point in time, during the interim period, I served as Chief of Staff of the AFL. I represented this country at all levels. To come here to be maligned by a group of two guys who basically have no appreciation of what we did in public life, without looking at willfully, conscientiously, went ahead and then carry on this kind of liability. I thought it was something that needed this kind of reprimand. And I'm happy, even though I needed additional money for damages we incurred.
This was a whole long trial, Mr. Kromah. What were the justifications for all the libels and slander that were carried on?
What was exemplified out there was that the guys basically created their own set of rules. Like they will say, let me say my truth. To say a truth about somebody's reputation is something that we shouldn't be taking in this country. If you want to say a truth that will be factual, that will be acceptable in law, in the presence of the law. But you can't say a truth to malign and defend somebody's character. I thought it was bad.
Mr. Kromah, the defense lawyers took an exception to the judge's ruling, meaning whatever that was said today has been approved. And so, what message do we have for others out there?
Well, I think it says they should have the option to file. The guy was just a proxy. So you should have the option to do it. It would depend on Mr. Fadiga's representation to actually file the appeal. They think they're above the law. So we'll use this particular situation to follow up on it, on the merit, until we are told that there's an appeal filed by it. But this is just putting the judge under the merit that they want to have the option to do it. You get an option. That's by law. You have the right to file appeal when you have a judgment of this kind.
So what message are you saying out there to people?
Well, I want this to go as a caveat, as something for our people that do not go about. When people work hard for that repetition, it's something that you work for. You sacrifice yourself. You don't want to be a corrupt public official. You want to work within the confines of the law. You take time to do that. You don't want to do things outside the law. To do all of that and come and have two guys walking around to just malign people because they don't agree with you, it doesn't make sense to me. And that should go far to all of our people. Thank you very much.
Okay, so first you listen to talking there is Mr. Abraham Kromah, who just won the case here at the Civil Law Court against the Fadiga's brother. So he was awarded the sum of $1 million as damage, and the sum of $100,000 USD as special damage by the judge. So as you see, the lawyers have taken the sessions to the ruling, so the matter will be sent to the Supreme Court of Liberia. So welcome. Thanks so kindly for your viewership and your comments. This is how we would like to take leave of you. My name is Melvin Jackson. Thank you and bye-bye.